Hey guys, it's Mary. So today I wanted to do my 2016 beauty favorites, which if you haven't watched one before, I'm just going to be talking about my top favorite products from 2016. And I tried a bunch of different products this year, and there was a lot of them that I liked, but I really had to narrow it down to the products that I loved and kind of thought of a what have I repurchased or what I would repurchase whenever I do run out. So yeah, I think that's all. And this one is going to be a little bit on the longer side because it's more of like a review video, but just hang tight and let's get on going. Okay, so the first things I want to talk about are skincare, and I have two items. And the first one, well, I guess one is technically skincare, but the other one is more of just like, I don't know. Anyways, so the first one is a face wash, and it's the Clearasil Ultra Rapid Action Daily Face Wash. And this one is the maximum strength one, and I really like this. I've been using this since like 2015, but you know, I used it all in 2016 as well, and I've repurchased it probably about 4 or 5 times. And Maxie, you want to make your debut? It's Maxie! It's Maxie! Sorry guys, that's my cat. He's the sweet man. Anyways, so this face wash, I use it every day, usually at night before I go to bed, and it just helps keep my skin pretty clear. It washes off all the dirt and oils that I maybe built up throughout the day, and yeah, it just does a really good job. Alright, so the second product is the Physicians Formula Argan Argan Oil. And the reason I liked this product is because it really helps keep your skin hydrated, I felt like. Now, I do have pretty oily skin, but like right now, since it's colder outside, I have been getting kind of dry in certain areas, and so I like to put this on the areas that I'm dry. And then also over the summer, I got a little bit of a sunburn right here, like my hairline. And this just helped with the flaking so that I wasn't like peeling so much and it didn't look as gross. So yeah, just wanted to give this one a little mention. Okay, so moving on to face products, I have one primer I want to share, and it is the Benefit POREfessional Matte Rescue. And when I got it, I wasn't like in love with it, but I've found that the more I used it, the more I realized this really does a good job of keeping you matte. Like, I used it a lot in the beginning of the year, and then I kind of stopped and used some other stuff, and now I'm like back on it. And I didn't realize how well this keeps me matte, and especially like right in between the eyebrows, that's where I get the most oily, and it really helps control the oils. So I'm getting towards the end, so I probably will repurchase this. The second item is the TooFaced Born This Way foundation. I'm sure most of you guys have heard of it. I repurchased this probably like 4 times. I was dedicated to this. Like, I wore it every single day, and it just does a really great job of keeping me matte. You know, has a pretty natural finish. It's not like too matte though where you look cakey. And then the only thing I don't like about this is that it does oxidize on me, which is kind of annoying. But that didn't stop me from wearing this because I wore it for like probably like at least 6 months out of this year, like a really long time. The next product I want to talk about is the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. I know this is going to be in like everyone's beauty favorites, but it really is a great concealer. Sorry, distracted. It is really a great concealer, and it just, you know, it like, I don't know, it's full coverage, but it doesn't look cakey. I think that's why so many people like it, and that's why I like it. And it just helps brighten up the areas and conceal any imperfections. So yeah, if you have the chance, I would definitely go and try this. It's worth it's worth all the hype, and I think it's like $24, so it is a little bit expensive, but not like horrible. So yeah. The next product is, I'm sure you guys maybe saw this coming, is the Coty Airspun powder, and I love this stuff. Like, I've been using it for probably about 5 months now, like non-stop. I really like to set my under eyes with it. In the places that I put my concealer, that's just like my favorite way to use it. And to bake, like I like cleaning up my contour with it. So, and this is only like $5, and I got this from Walmart. So, and you get like a lot of product in it. Like, I've been using it for a while, but it's like still completely full. So yeah. The next things I want to talk about are bronzers, and I have 2 to share. The first one is the Nars Laguna bronzer. As you can see, oh no, mine has been well loved. I've used this a bunch this year, and although it is pretty pricey, like I want to say it's around like $40, it just does a great job of like bronzing up the skin, and also works really well as a contour. That's I think what I look for most in a bronzer, is something that I can warm up the skin and also contour with. So that's why I really loved this. And then the other one is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Basically same thing. It does a really great job of like bronzing and contouring. So you know, if you're looking for kind of like a 2-in-1 product, I would definitely try the butter bronzer first and see how you like it. The only thing about like this and the Laguna is that you can't really be more than, I would say, a light medium skin tone, otherwise it may not show up very well on you. But especially for the butter bronzer, like this is the darker shade, and it's like, I mean, you can see it's not very dark, but it luckily works for me. And then, but the thing about the Nars one is that they have one, their bronzer in the shade Casino, which is darker. So if you're wanting to try it and you're like more on the medium deep skin tone, I would give it a try. Okay, so moving on to blush and highlight. I have one blush, well, technically 2, but the first one is this NYC Clearasil Mosaic face powder, and this is what it looks like. It's just like, it works so well as like a beautiful, like luminous blush that's kind of like peachy, and it just works really well for every day. Like, I would pair up the this with the Nars Laguna and have the TooFaced Born This Way as my foundation, and just these 3 work so well together. The nice thing about the NYC one is that it's very affordable. I want to say it's probably less than $5, and when you swatch it, it doesn't really look like much, but then once you like put it on your face, it just looks so pretty. So yeah, and mine is pretty well loved on the packaging. You can't even like read what it says, and I know it doesn't look like I've used very much, but I really have. Like, I used it for probably since like August of 2015, and I've used it throughout 2016 as well. So yeah. The next one is the Becca and Jaclyn Hill face split. I love this shade, Flowerchild. It's very similar to like that NYC one and the Milani Rose blush in the shade Tea Rose, but I love these light pink shades, like the light pink and peachy colors, mostly just because they look the best on my skin tone. And I got so excited when this came out because, you know, Jaclyn Hill, she was the one that created this champagne pop color, and I also really wanted to try the Flowerchild, and when I saw this came in a split, it was like match made in heaven, and I was so excited. So yeah, I think if you're wanting to try like maybe a Becca highlighter and a blush, I would check these out. I don't know if they still have them, because I know these were limited edition, and I got these over the summer, but I love this. It's a great 2-in-1 product. So, yeah. The next product I want to talk about is eyeshadow. I don't have a primer because I've kind of been using a bunch of different stuff this year, but I have the Morphe 35K palette, which looks like this. And the reason I like it so much is because I like more neutral eyeshadow colors, like the more neutral browns. I just find that they complement my skin tone better. I do sometimes go for like the warmer colors, like how I did in my last video. I used the 35O, but this one I felt was just like kind of fit me because I have always loved these brown color shades, but I also really wanted to try, it was because I didn't have very many of these cool tone shades, and I thought, what better deal is it to get like a bunch of neutral brown shades and some cool tones in there. So yeah, and I find that the Morphe shadows do work very, very well. I like the mattes more in their palettes versus the shimmers, but their shimmer single eyeshadows are better than their matte single eyeshadows. So I think you get a little bit more bang for your buck if you get one of the palettes. So if there's one that you're maybe interested in, I would definitely give it a shot because Morphe makes some pretty good products that are affordable. So yeah, I have 2 brow products. They're both pencils, and the first one is this L'Oreal Stylist Definer. Brow Stylist Definer. And I used this for about 6 months, starting like January through like June. And it's just like, it's a really, really great brow pencil. It is a little bit more on the waxy side, which is something that I prefer in a pencil versus it being like super creamy. Like, I really wasn't a big fan of the Anastasia Brow Wiz. But this works really, really well. The only thing that kind of sucks about it is that it only comes in 3 shades, but luckily the shade Brunette worked for me. Then the next one is the Maybelline Brow Precise, which is, it's similar to the L'Oreal one. I would say this leans a little bit more towards the Anastasia Brow Wiz because it is creamier, and I don't use this by itself. I use it with a brow pomade now, but this just works really well for me getting like the inner corners of my eyebrows or like the tail and stuff in the areas that maybe like a pomade wouldn't really work too well. So yeah, and this is in the shade, I think soft brown, I'm pretty sure. Doesn't say on the packaging, which is kind of dumb, but yeah. One mascara I want to share, and it is the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. I first just tried a little sample size of it and I loved it, so I went ahead and picked up the full size, and it just does a really great job of making your lashes look like long but still has volume, and it really holds a curl well. That and this I found doesn't flake, so if flaky mascara is something that you really want to like get away from, I would try the Roller Lash and maybe just even get like the little travel size first just to see how you like it before being before like dedicating yourself to one of these. So I have 2 lip products and then I have brushes. So the first one I want to mention is this lipstick, my Maybelline, and these are their matte lipsticks, and it's in the shade Touch of Spice, which is, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a darker rose with some brown in it, and it just works like really well with a lot of eye looks, and I love the formula of these. Maybelline did an amazing job with formulating these lipsticks, and they come in a lot of different shades, so I guarantee there's something out there for everyone to try. And I know these are like less than $10, so it's a pretty good deal. And the next one is a gloss. I'm not a big gloss person. Like, I love my like matte face and matte lips and matte eyes, so But occasionally I do like a gloss, and the gloss that I have been really liking for a while now is the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Tiramisu. And on me, it's kind of like my lip color, but better. And so if I ever like am just wanting like a touch of something without like wearing a lipstick, I always lean towards this NYX Butter Gloss. So yeah, and I even got my sister hooked on it. So that says a lot. I have 3 brushes I want to share. They're all eye brushes. And one of them's dirty because I used it today when I was doing my makeup. But the first one is this Morphe M433 brush. And it's kind of, here, I'll try to put in a clip and show what it looks like. That's what it looks like, and then there it is on the side. And it's just like perfect for getting like in your crease without messing up like the upper portion. So that's why I love this one. And then the next one is this Wet n Wild blending brush. I didn't use it today, so this one's clean. But it's just like the perfect like all over the crease brush. And so yeah, I really like it. And you know, the best thing about the Morphe and this Wet n Wild is that it's super affordable. So love those 2. Then the last one is the Anastasia No. 7 brush, which I actually have 2 of them. I use one for my eyebrows, and then I use the other one to clean up my like wing liner. So yeah, this is a really great brush. Okay, so one last item, and it is a brush cleaner. It's the Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleaner, the quick drying, and this stuff is so good. It is perfect for if you maybe like used one eyeshadow look one day and then you forgot to wash your brushes the night before and you like want to do something completely different. That stuff is perfect. It just like how I use it is I pour a little bit onto a paper towel and I just like run my brushes in it, let them dry for about like 5-ish minutes, and they're good to go. And I use it more for my smaller brushes. I do use it for some of my face brushes, but I also find that it's a little bit better to just like wash it with soap and water in the sink. So yeah, that's all I've got. Okay guys, so those are all of my 2016 beauty favorites. It was actually kind of hard to find all the products that I like really loved, and again, like it was mostly just like me thinking like, okay, what products have I repurchased this year or I would repurchase in the future. And so these are all the products that you know, I think I'll be using definitely in the next couple years. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have a really great new year, and I'm really looking forward to 2017. So thank you for watching. Bye.